Oh hi, didn't see you there. I'm Taryn and I'm back with another YouTube video. Last video I made was part 1 of Vietnam. Let's continue. This is part 2. Woo! And I'm being really weird right now. Let's just go from leaving Sapa, okay? After Sapa, the next day in Hanoi was really kind of gloomy, but we spent the day just shopping around, getting egg coffee. We went to a place called Train Street and we just explored. Later that night, we went shopping, got matching bucket hats. Bucket hats in Vietnam. She doesn't want to be in the vlog.
I do.
Yay!
It doesn't work. Yeah, it's very Jen.
Okay.
Not a video.
Now it's a vlog. Not for Carly.
2 out of 1. We're still on 1. We're still on 2. Oh, you got one.
I got it. I need to stretch it out. Bucket hats
too
and
tight.
boots. That's the game plan.
That is the game plan. She's fucking allergic to her own hat.
You're allergic to your hat?
Allergic.
She's allergic to
You can have
pineapples.
it. Watermelon.
But you know, it's so fashion. Oh, watermelon. She's allergic to watermelon. But it's so fashion.
But it's for hashtag fashion. Doesn't matter. Take some Benadryl or some shit.
Just off my head, but you know, do it for a long
But
day.
for fashion. Ring light does to your face. Is that what that's for? For good lighting. Okay, gotta go. Okay, bye. Well, Carly, we're Don't worry, Carly ended up finding a bucket hat, a sick Supreme one that really fits her personality. The next day we decided that we wanted to go on a boat tour to Halong Bay, where we had to take a bus, again with the most ideal seating possible. It was actually a terrible ride to get there, but whatever. We got there and we all had our hats with us, so we were all prepared, ready to go.
Is it enough 5 people? Yes. 5. 5 ladies.
Yeah, get it. I thought it was going to be more of like a party type booze cruise thing, but it ended up just being 2 other couples that didn't really talk to us and then a group of us with our crazy bucket hats. Look like fucking Curious George slash Paddington. Just different. Hybrid.
What's wrong? You've been asking but I don't have an answer. How come? I'm still thinking, let's pretend to fall asleep now. When we get old, will we regret this? Too young to think about all that shit. And stalling only goes so far when you've got a head start.
got to go around this pearl farm, and it was really interesting because the water was so peaceful and quiet, and I felt like I almost had to just whisper when I was talking to people as we were paddling along. A couple of my friends were on their kayaks around the giant cliffs. It looked very Krabi-esque, which I've been to Krabi, but all that footage got deleted, so I'm not even bitter about that.
Installing only goes so far when you've got a head start. 'Cause we could stay at home or watch the sunset, but I can't help from asking, are you bored yet? And if you're feeling lonely, you should tell me before this ends up as another memory. Will you tell the truth so I don't have to lie?
You can see why I thought that. Though. It looks like a big point.
It's a hole.
Feels like I've known you my whole life. I can see right through your eyes. I don't know where we're
I've got a bunch of photos on my website.
We got back on the big boat where we continued to maze through the giant limestone cliffs, and they took us to a beach where we got to go hike up and explore a cave. We're going in. Whoa, shit.
There were the last two.
It's sparkling. It's sparkling. It's like Casa Bonita in here. It does. I feel like they got influence from this. From Casa Bonita, you know? Inspo. Yes. Yes.
You guys all went together? Okay. Let me take one of both of them. Okay.
There was only kind of one downfall to this experience, and that was I may have lost my bucket hat. Definitely a sad day, sad ending to the boat tour. I am so sad. Like literally, that's my bucket hat is floating away. Damn it! No!
Wait, let me see. This one, it's looking a little loose, you know? Like it could just easily lift up.
R.I.P. bucket hat. Okay, I just need to cut in because this is why I've been taking so long to talk about this part of my trip and stuff, is because I don't really know how to explain it. I know that this video this far just looks like an extension of my vacation in Vietnam, and the only bad part about it was that I had some cloudy weather and I lost my bucket hat. But the reality of it is this part of my trip was actually so stressful, and it wasn't ideal. Let me just say that. What happened was, after we arrived in Hanoi from Sapa, it was about 1 in the morning, and we got into a situation that made us feel really unsafe. And what happened was, we were getting a Grab, and basically this guy crammed all 5 of us girls into it, and like there was a bunch of signs, like he had like a child-proof lock, couldn't figure out how to start the car. He kept missing our turns, and it was just a really sketchy situation that we didn't feel comfortable in. And after about a couple minutes, we asked him to pull over, started yelling for him to pull over, and then got out of the car, where he did not act rational at all. He started yelling at us in Vietnamese to get back in the car, and long story short, it just made us feel really unsafe, and it honestly tainted the rest of Vietnam for me. The next day was super gloomy, and I think everyone was just trying to process what had happened and thinking the worst out of what could have happened. And what I mean by that is a group of foreigners, a group of young girls are a perfect target for like bad things to happen abroad, and I like to see the best in everyone, so it was really hard for me to think that someone would try and, you know, essentially take us somewhere or harm us in any way. And so I just had this like stigma about every single man in Vietnam, and just felt uneasy the entire day. So that kind of set the tone for all of Hanoi for me. Like, I don't plan on going back to it just because of this one instance, and that sucks. But the overall life lesson from that is to always trust your intuition if something doesn't feel right, and just be more aware. After this, some more things happened that were not ideal as well, and that is in Hoi An, which is going to be part 3. There's a lot of life lessons that I am forever grateful for. With the internet nowadays, I feel like everything is just the highlights and the most beautiful pictures and blah blah blah, and that's why I felt obligated to tell this side of the story, because not everything is always picture perfect, and travel has taught me just so much, and I want to share that side of my experiences as well. So if you're interested in how the rest of Vietnam went for me and what I learned, check out part 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.